Welcome, Cedar Shoals. My name is Najja Demming.
And I am Atiya Middleton, and this is WJAG-TV.
The school year is quickly approaching an end. Here are a few dates to keep in mind for the upcoming months.
Buddy pictures will be taken on April 7th. See Mr. Ginsburg in C111 for order forms and appointment times.
The 12th Annual Youth Step Show will be held at the Classic Center on Saturday, April 11th at 5 p.m. Tickets are $15 and the Blue Dynasty Step Team will be performing. See Ms. Patterson for more information.
The 25th Jaguar Caper 5K race will be held on April 11th. Registration starts at 7:30 a.m. and the race begins at 8:30. Students can register for $10. See Coach Mason in the gym for more information.
The Cedar Shoals Clark Central soccer game will also be held on April 11th in the football stadium. Come out and cheer on our fellow Jags.
AP exams begin on May 4th. Good luck to all the AP students.
EOCs will begin on the 4th and 5th of May with English and Language Arts, continuing with Science on the 7th and 8th, Social Studies on the 12th and 13th, and Math on May 14th and 15th.
Saturday Academy is being held every Saturday morning from 9 to 12 until the EOC test. Transportation is provided. See Ms. Gordon in C107 for more information.
Senior Grace Yuh was recently recognized as Cedar Shoals Star Student and National Merit Scholarship finalist. WJAG-TV reporter Precious James took a moment to catch up with Grace to find out more about these prestigious recognitions.
1% of seniors nationwide qualify as National Merit Scholarship finalists. Senior Grace Yuh qualified for this distinction with her PSAT scores. She was also named Cedar Shoals Star Student for having the highest SAT score.
Scholarship is actually this national scholarship that's funded by a nonprofit organization, and like it says, it's a merit scholarship where you can enter to win some money that goes towards college, depending on like your grades, your extracurriculars, and how well you do. For one, I feel really lucky because I wasn't really expecting a lot. I actually went into this not knowing much about it, but I mean, it feels nice knowing that I have a chance of getting some money for going to college because, I mean, that's always really important.
As a school star student, Grace selected English teacher Mr. Matt Hicks as her star teacher.
And, you know, to be recognized by one of your students is, I think, something very special. And to, you know, be recognized by someone like Grace is, I think, something that is incredibly special because of our relationship. It was 4 years as a coach and an intern and also a student. So.
In addition to academics, Grace's high school career involved cross-country, Beta Club, Interact, and many more.
I do a lot of volunteer or just kind of school-related clubs, so that'd be like Beta Club, Interact, or I'm trying to think of some more. There's also National Honor Society, there's PACs, so there's a lot of kind of volunteer and community-based organizations that you could join. I also do a lot of sports, so I do soccer and cross-country and track.
Grace impacted and impressed many people, not only with her academic skills, but all around.
There are very few students I know that can do what she does in the classroom and do so with the power and subtle genius that she carries.
Congratulations, Grace. The Robotics Club at Cedar Shoals just finished its second year competing with other school teams. Dakota Cox and Jackson Davis spent some time with the team to find out more about high school robotics competition.
On January 10th, the Cedar Shoals robotics team went to Athens Academy to compete in the FRC robotics competition. This was Cedar's second year attending this event, and they competed against schools like Clark Central and North Oconee, finishing 10th out of 17. First robotics competitions challenge students to create a contraption to fix certain situations while facing other schools.
We have attended the local or regional competitions that are held at Athens Academy.
First Robotics has been around since 1992 in New Hampshire, where 28 teams competed, and now there are over 400,000 people competing each year.
We did fairly well this year. We did better than last year. We placed 10th out of 17 entries this year, so I was pretty pleased with that. We're hoping to do a lot better next year. One of the main things we need to do is get the interest level from the rising 9th graders from the middle school. Especially Coyle Middle School has a robotics program.
In this year's contest, teams rushed for 2 minutes to collect as many wiffle balls as possible and then drop them into tubes of different heights.
I'm actually one of the builders and one of the actual coders too. We sit together, try and teach new people that are coming in how to basically build and design their own robots and then how to code them.
In the past, there have been unique challenges like throwing discs into goals, stacking trash cans, or tossing balls into nets.
They would learn new skills that they can use in a job, in this kind of line, and just people skills.
Students interested in Robotics Club should contact Mr. Darden in the Autotech building about joining next year.
Students use social media as an outlet to express their feelings throughout their everyday lives, yet they forget that what they post is open for the whole world to see. To go further into the issue, Evelyn Pinto and Mackenzie Wurst explored the issue with Cedar Shoals students.
Students often use social media as an outlet to post their thoughts and feelings. We notice that as we get older, the things that are posted online in the past are still present and often embarrassing because of trends changing over the years.
I remember back in 5th grade, like when everybody first got Facebook and whatever, and then we would all post really stupid pictures and statuses.
Social media sites make it easy to say or show how you feel, making the internet an online, unfading record. Everything an online user publishes stays permanent and will be there today, tomorrow, and for many years to come.
In 2010, you posted, "I hate when parents still think that you're like 3 when you're 11 about to turn 12. Yeah. So, knowing that this is never going to go away and this is always going to be on the internet, how does that make you feel? Nauseous.
So in 2011, you posted, "I admit that I am a hypocrite. All my life I have made fun of rednecks, and today I have actually listened to what came out of my mouth and realized something. I have a very thick southern accent. Hashtag, I, Patrick Scott, promise to never make fun of rednecks ever again." If you could go back, would you not post this?
Yes. No, well, I would not. Yes, I would not post it. There we go. That's how it works. Sorry about that.
And to see your old post make you realize the permanence of the internet?
It very much does. I think I'm going to never tweet ever again, actually.
Social media accounts are an online profile that can reflect you in either a positive or negative light, depending on the choices that you make and how cautious you are. When looking back on previous posts, students realize the embarrassment of making a post without thinking of the reactions and repercussions from the general public in the future.
I have been through a social media challenge. I had posted something that was very inappropriate and that it did not reflect me, my family, and my school, and my fellow teammates on the football team.
As internet technology continues to evolve, student behavior online will continue to be a concern of students now more than ever.
And now a message from our sponsor.
Like, I just fell in love with him.
Those who know locally owned businesses know that Junkman's Daughter Downtown recently closed. Brady Griggs, senior reporter, visited 10 Fish Gifts, the continuation of Junkman's.
Recently, beloved local business Junkman's Daughter closed down. However, April McDowell, who had been working there for most of her adult life, decided to keep the business alive. She opened a new similar store called 10 Fish Gifts, conveniently located on the corner of Thomas and Clayton Street in downtown Athens.
And I was the buyer for a lot of merchandise there. And when the owner decided to close the store, I felt that there was still a demand for a lot of this product here in town, and that people really enjoyed a lot of this merchandise. And I wanted to continue provide. It was my entire education in retail, basically. I mean, I had worked retail jobs when I was in high school, but you know, I started Junkman's as a student. I graduated from WJAG in '90, actually, with a degree in political science, and I went to law school for a few months before I decided it wasn't for me. And went back to Junkman's, and at that point got into buying for the store, things like that, and I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the community here. I think Athens is an amazing community, and I think the people here really like the kind of merchandise that we were providing. Well, I think what I've been doing with Junkman's and what I'm still doing now is serving basically underserved communities. There's a lot of, you know, mainstream clothing and mainstream gifts that are out there for a lot of people, but if you're not into the same thing everybody else is into, there's not a lot of merchandise out there for you. So just trying to make sure that all the different, you know, subcultures are being provided with merchandise that interests them. The price of doing business downtown has definitely gone up. Rents downtown are not inexpensive, and so your overhead can be rather formidable down here. Plus, there's some other issues with doing business downtown. A lot of people don't like to come downtown because of the parking. They don't like to pay for parking. They get confused by the parking system that's downtown, and they get a ticket, and then they don't want to come downtown anymore. So that, of course, is something that everybody that has a business downtown has to deal with. Besides some issues relating to the nighttime crowds and the bar crowds who tend to kind of trash downtown a little bit. So that obviously can be a problem. But on the good side, we have so many awesome events down here and so many draws for people. Besides the fantastic music, there's so many events at the Classic Center all the time. I think those things are a tremendous benefit to anyone that wants to do business downtown.
10 Fish offers a wide variety of products that many students would enjoy, from bohemian-style clothing to gifts, incense, and a large selection of posters and beautiful tapestries.
Cedar Shoals Student Government Association has worked hard to become more active in not just the school community, but the local community as well. Reporters Jasmine Smith and Najja Demming spent some time with the SGA sponsor, Mr. Carter, and the SGA president, Kaya Jaggi, to find out more about the group's efforts this year.
At the beginning of this past February, Cedar Shoals Student Government Association came together and created bags to give to homeless and battered women's shelters in and around the community of Athens, under the supervision of Mr. Aaron Carter.
This is my third year sponsoring the organization. I actually took over the organization from a previous teacher, and I've done my best for the past 3 years to build capacity and make this an organization that benefits all students.
Mr. Carter says that he enjoys working with the students and that he believes that SGA provides what the students need to become better students and leaders in the future. And this opinion is shared by both Mr. Carter and the students. The students also enjoy doing community projects like the Heart to Heart.
Overall, my experience has been really, really great. I've been able to meet new people, get associated with new people, learn different things, give back, build my leadership skills, build my organizational skills. Overall, it's really been the best part about high school.
It feels really good because just being in SGA, it allows us to, you know, get out there and help our community, and it just feels really good being able to give back to other people who aren't as fortunate as us.
Mr. Carter says that he has more projects like these planned for SGA in the future. After winning the Region 5A championship, the boys varsity basketball team defeated Northside and MLK at home with thrilling last-second victories led by senior DeAndre Mahaffey's dramatic buzzer-beating three-pointer against Northside and junior Jarek Mitchell's layup against MLK. In the Final Four, the Jaguars lost to the Brunswick Pirates 44-43. John Flexner was there to capture the game's key moments.
On February 28th, our very own Cedar Shoals varsity boys basketball team played in the semifinal of the GHSA 5A state tournament, a feat that hadn't been accomplished since 2003. The Jags fought admirably, losing by just 1 point to a Brunswick team that went on to win the state championship by 17. This Final Four berth reflects the goal-oriented, competitive nature of the team and coaching staff.
It's an accomplishment as far as my goals are concerned. I have set goals as a coach and as a teacher, and it's something that I want to achieve. And, it's just the next step. We've done some things that I've been able to kind of check off. So Final Four was one, and now I want to try to reach that next goal.
The Cedar-Brunswick game was an up-and-down battle between two very evenly matched physical teams, as seen by the numerous lead changes throughout. A high turnover count for both sides gave the game somewhat of a sloppy feel, but this was due to aggressive defense more than anything else. The defensive battle ended with Brunswick on top by 1 point in a relatively low-scoring game, just 44-43. Throughout the state tournament, the Jags were consistently seen as the underdogs and were not projected to make it past the Sweet 16, but the team and coaching staff had a different outlook on the tournament. Making it so far wasn't a surprise, it was the expectation.
So you have? The expectation, is always to win the state championship every year. If you're not working toward that, I would always question why you even, why do you even participate? You want to be the best.
This Final Four appearance is significant not only for Cedar Shoals, but for the entire Athens community.
We knew it would impact the school, but we didn't understand the impact it would have on the community and bringing the entire community together. And a lot of the things that a lot of people, really how they supported us in the videos and just the phone calls, emails, and stuff. So, we felt like we could make it to the Final Four and to the state championship. So. We didn't go all the way, so now next year going into next season, we know we got to work twice as hard to get to the state championship game and win it.
It brought the entire community together. Like before the Final Four, I don't know if y'all know this, but on the other side of town, the McDonald's over there said, "Let's go Jaguars." We really brought the whole community together by making this state tournament run.
With all the success seen this year in the basketball program, the only question to ask now is, how far will Cedar go next year?
At the Hatch, a new local makerspace, members and makers share their thoughts on how makerspaces benefit the community along with their artistic and technological creations. Claudia Gaither and Serena Mon visited the Hatch to bring us this report.
Athens' first makerspace, The Hatch, was opened in 2014. It connects the community with technology and resources.
A makerspace is essentially a shared community studio. We'll have things like a full wood shop, a metal shop, and a big emphasis on technology, so you can come play with things like 3D printers or laser cutters and Arduinos. And the basic idea is that you pay a monthly membership fee, and that gives you access to the space and resources, so people of many different disciplines can come together, educate one another, and collaborate in ways that aren't usually available in the professional workspace, and hopefully come up with life-changing innovations. These are kind of popping up all over the nation, and the idea was presented to me, and I'd never heard of it before, and realized how needed it really was, especially for our community with as many artists as we have, and with people that, like students that are brilliant minds, but they live in apartments, and they can't have a wood shop set up in their garage, or they don't have the money to buy a 3D printer, or all these things that are expensive that you don't know if you're going to use more than one time, whereas this is a space that people can come and use anytime, and you don't have to have as much invested money-wise. So it seemed completely right for Athens. So I started building it.
The Hatch has hosted various events, including the First Friday Hackathon at Black Box Operations.
Our hackathon, which is our monthly event. It's 4 hours where you can make anything. It's completely free. We give you food, pizza, snacks, drinks, adult drinks, and then at the end of 4 hours, everybody presents what they made, and we all vote on what our favorite was, and I give away a sweet prize.
I'm in first place one time. I tied for first place, and then I've got a few second places, and I've been to, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them.
I have programmed a piano in Scratch, which is an online programming language. It's all visual based, developed by MIT. And I have a makey over here, buried under all the stuff. There it is. Which allows you to do different inputs as opposed to your keyboard. So I am building a piano for you to step on with your feet from aluminum foil.
If you come over here, you can see that we have a bicycle wheel, and we're going to be hanging colored glass from the bicycle wheel, making some sort of rotating artwork thing that we might hang in our backyard.
Yeah, I think it's a great way for people to get in touch with their creative side. I think making and building is a very rewarding feeling that people can have, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment that maybe you don't get from your daily 9-to-5 job.
Yeah, it's like a total blast. It's a diversion from like everyday like working life, and you know, I'm a little bit older than a lot of these people here, but it's a chance for me to like feel like a kid again and just do fun stuff, which I never really quit doing, but I don't do it as often anymore.
High schoolers are encouraged to participate in activities with the Hatch.
In addition to all of the other programs that I mentioned there's also ample volunteer opportunities where we need people that can come in and like help students with Scratch or help them with painting. And that also puts you kind of in the community so that other businesses know what you're doing, what your interests are, and you meet people from the college that are doing things that you'll be able to talk to other majors that are doing something like industrial design, or then you can get more of a feel of maybe what you might want to go into when you're going into college, and you might find internship opportunities with some of the businesses in town as well as us.
For more information and upcoming events, you can visit their website at hatchathens.com.
Thanks for tuning in to WJAG-TV. Make sure you check out cedarblueprints.com for more exciting stories about Cedar Shoals students in the local community.
Follow Cedar Blueprints on Twitter and Instagram, and like us on Facebook.
Until next time, I'm Atiya Middleton.
And I'm Najja Demming. And thank you for watching WJAG-TV.